So I've been doing YouTube since 2011, 2015 if you're just talking about this channel. And I'm 19 years old, meaning I've had a YouTube channel since I was 8 years old. And when you're that young, life's just a lot more simple. It'd just be me stacking game boxes, plonking my Nexus 7 tablet on the top, getting in an Xbox party with school friends and playing Minecraft or Black Ops while pretending to be YouTubers at the time.
I shoot my arrows in the air sometimes. See you.
Nothing was seen badly, even others had YouTube channels themselves. But you have to grow up and move forward. And that's when I entered high school, also known as secondary school, which meant I had to meet new people without any real confidence and a YouTube channel. And if you couldn't tell, I live in the UK in probably one of the most neglected places in the country, which is just filled to the brim of old people.
Old people everywhere, old people again. This is where you come when you got 3 weeks to live.
Which, red flag, I live in the UK. Another red flag is kids are being raised by older people with older beliefs. And red flag, I'm a kid in a UK school who was insecure and had a YouTube channel. Perfect recipe for disaster. This was also at a time when people would use gay with the intention of it being more of an insult towards people who would probably prefer to play Smash Bros than FIFA 15. Which was stupid. I mean, I played both and I never heard anyone shout to me that I was bisexual. But these are also the same kids who would also watch The Sidemen. Now, I'm not talking, oh, Ethan's having a baby, oh, it's so adorable. We're talking the old KSI fans.
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying the Sidemen fan culture was bad. Like, I've literally met the Sidemen before. And the Sidemen fans back in the day were definitely interesting. But let's just set the scene of the school here. Firstly, you'd have them obnoxious kids who were raised backwards, mixed with the lasses who thought they were popular and cool, but their skincare routine was as good as their personality got. Then there was the moshers who refused to clean Monster Energy cans from their room, the smart kids who used school to escape their sad home life, the iPad kids, and the kids who thought playing GTA as a kid was a personality trait. There was also kids who kind of fluctuated for all the groups regardless if they were loud or quiet, and that was me. I was definitely a pretty lost and dopey kid. Like, a lot of people thought I looked high, or they just thought I had something wrong with me. I struggled to have any confidence, and especially having like the most red cheeks and also backwards kids pointing that out, it wasn't great. Like, this ended up making me have the trait of compulsively lying a lot because I just wanted to get out of situations, and it was a mess. It was a mess. But anyways, my first year begins and I wasn't even hiding that I was a YouTuber. I'd mentioned YouTube a lot, and I also met other people who did YouTube too, with one of my friends convincing me to start a new channel, which is the one you're watching right now. And life didn't look too bad in year 7, which is like grade 6 in America. I wasn't really hit with all the YouTube stuff that much because I only really started uploading again later on in that year, so it didn't really matter. But oh boy, year 8 would change that. This is arguably the worst time for it to happen as well, because you'd argue that it's like probably the most cringe you are as a kid, but also the most confident too. Especially when you're doing something that not many people do and takes a lot of confidence to do too. Or at least it takes a lot of confidence to be great at it. This would proceed for my channel to be spread like wildfire. It quickly got to the backwards people who couldn't really accept that you had a hobby outside of rugby. And I just got a lot of people being really annoying. Like, you know, the people who disguise good banter with being a dick at the same time? Like, it's not good. It's not good at all. What made it even worse for me was the fact that I was probably more of a target than anyone else who did YouTube too. Because there was people who could thrive off the attention, like thrive completely off it, regardless if they made cringe content or not. And there were people who could play it off a lot cooler, who could speak a lot more about what their intentions are and be a lot more calm with it. And when you can speak about it in confidence, that's good. I couldn't do that. I didn't know how to reply, I didn't know how to react to any banter. It was just not good. It was not good at all. It was an easy target and I was literally getting owned left, right and center. But low-key, I think that's actually made me continue a lot more. I think all of that actually collectively made me want to continue and just prove people wrong. I mean, none of the people who used to do YouTube, or at least I think, do YouTube now. It's quite funny actually looking back and looking now, because some of them are now furries, some of them are now bodybuilders, and some have children. Comment which out of the three I am down below. Obviously, I'm none of them. I mean, the closest I'd be is a bodybuilder. But one thing stands, and that's the fact that I'm the only YouTuber standing. Somehow out of everyone, I kept going, or at least to my knowledge. And I think that teaches us a lesson, like the more bantered and bullied you get about a certain subject, the more persistent you'll be at a failing career. Anyways, I think it's time for me to set up the main intention of the video, and definitely the most embarrassing tale. So we're in year 9 at this point, which is 8th grade in the US. And this was definitely an L year already for me. Like, I legit got forced by my English teacher to do a presentation in front of the entire year group about what changes I'd make to the local town, and I made the biggest voice crack of my life, and it was the most embarrassing moment I could have had. I wasn't having a good year as it was, you know? This story begins by me going to afternoon tutor, and it's a Thursday, and around like 70% of people were in, and we didn't have anything specific to do either. We also had a seating plan where boys couldn't sit next to boys and girls couldn't sit next to girls. I was sat on a 4 table with probably 2 of the most quiet girls and a spare seat directly opposite me. And I thought tutor today would just be updates on students who've committed crimes, what pasta pots were in style, and that was it, really. Little did I know that somebody wanted to show one of my YouTube videos to my tutor teacher, which was also already shown to this guy's friends and already mocked behind the scenes. And I overheard the beginning of this video, and my full body just crumbled. Imagine simultaneously being looked at while these people watch your video. It was honestly just terrible. And I know what you're thinking. This situation surely can't get any worse, right? Right? This video contains one of the worst bits I've ever done. Now I want you to watch this clip from this video, and I want you to understand that I am a changed man.
Michelle Keegan or Kylie Jenner?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I now understand why I don't have much of a female audience. You see this clip and it's just a massive outburst of laughter. Some laughing with me, a majority laughing at me. What makes this even worse is that my tutor teacher's also laughing at me, looking at this mistake of a student that she's got a tutor. Like, trust me, I understand why people didn't want to be seen with me as much. I was officially cringe. It's even crazy to think that I even got to date women with them having the knowledge of my channel, and yet you get none. Like, I think that's more telling of my percentage of smegma-infested viewers who aren't subscribed more than anything. Subscribe, goddammit. But at the end of the day, I had to smile the pain away with the reddest cheeks known to man. I was embarrassed knowing full well that my future was just in ruin. My reputation was gone, and nobody wanted to be my friend going forward. And then in spite, I played in a charity football event with all of their favourite creators and inspirations that they stole all of their jokes from their entire lives. And I played mediocre on purpose so they could say, oh, I could have played better, when actually you'd have to wear shades and publicly appreciate women, which they could never do so damn flawlessly. So overall, I think I've done alright.